what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Brawl Stars. Today we're going to do another one of these videos where I share high-level gameplay with one specific brawler with a few of my clanmates. So today it's going to be Crow. Now, Crow is a legendary brawler, and I gotta be honest with you guys, I wasn't a huge fan of Crow right out the gate, but he's grown on me very, very significantly. I like Crow a lot now, so I've really pulled a 180 on Crow. And you know what? I kind of noticed this about a lot of the brawlers. When you first try them out, you're like, they suck, whatever. But in reality, it's usually you who just doesn't understand how to play them yet. So that was the case with me on Ricochet, and that was certainly the case with me on Crow as well. So here you can see I'm going to be playing Crow, and of course I die right when I kind of point you guys towards the gameplay. But I am currently, at the time of this recording, third in the world with Crow. He's maxed out, so of course, yes, I'm a dirty gemmer. But, you know, I figured this type of video would be advantageous for you guys, whether or not you have Crow unlocked, because someday hopefully you will, and you'll want to learn how to play them, and it will also you know, kind of help you guys out if you're going against Crow, to know what he's good at and what his weaknesses are. So that's what we're going to discuss in today's video. So you can see here, as you can probably tell, Crow is the fastest brawler in the entire game. He's very, very quick. His movement speed allows him to evade a lot of fire coming in and escape quickly as well. His super ability allows him to jump a far distance. Think Primo-like distance away from whatever you're trying to get out of, a hairy situation, and in a way that allows him to really shine and smash and grab, where you can go after that very last crystal, and then if you have your super charge, you can get out of there as quickly as possible. It also allows you to avoid, you know, getting killed the very last second when you box yourself into a corner, kind of like what I'm doing right now, but I know I have my super to rely on in case I get kind of bum rushed by all the enemy brawlers. That was not the case here. We came away with a victory, and not too bad. I'm playing with Bo and I'm playing with Poco, and it's funny because all three of these brawlers really synergize well. They're all kind of control type brawlers. That's why I love them all. Poco has the heal ability as his super. Crow has, of course, the damage over time, the dot poison effect on his projectiles. And Bo has the amazing super ability of those mines. So what we're going to talk about first is just breaking down Crow. So we talked about his movement speed. We talked about his super. Now let's talk about his projectiles, right? So they do damage against the opponent, preventing them from being healed. It's kind of like a poison. I don't even know what to call them. Is it a projectile? I'm just going to keep saying projectile because I'm not quite sure. But you can also see that he has a decent range or radius of his shot. It really turns into 3 projectiles and actually goes a pretty decent distance as well. So he's kind of like a hybrid between a Shelly, not as much of a radius on the shot as Shelly has, but he also has more distance than a Shelly or a Poco or certainly a Bull, the other brawlers that have a radius attack. So I really like his attack. Doesn't do a lot of damage though. It does have one huge benefit though. Once he makes contact with the other brawlers, with the enemy brawlers, they're going to be dotted. A damage over time ability. You can see I'm trying to evade Shelly right here. Didn't really work out so well, but I made sure that I didn't have any crystals before she took me down. So what is the benefit of the damage over time ability? Well, obviously, a big benefit is just killing them after they're trying to run away, alright? If they're low on HP and they're out of range, sometimes the poison, many times the poison will finish them off. Another benefit is they can't hide, which is great, especially if you're in a different game mode or a showdown mode where you want to see them in the grass, or certainly a bounty event where, have you seen the bounty event that's like almost all grass? Crow really shines in that game mode, guys, because once your enemy is hit with the poison, whenever they run around after that, you're going to see the health take off them in the grass. So it's a great way to kind of predict, or not predict, kind of identify where the heck your opponent is after you hit him with that poison. There's no hiding when you're playing against Crow. So now let's go into the next match here, and we'll talk a little bit about how to use Crow in Smash and Grab, because that's the event that we're in right now. However, I do plan on showcasing more events with these high-level gameplay-like videos. So in case you missed it, I did one for Poco as well. Really, my favorite 4 brawlers are Poco, Nita, Crow, and of course Spike. I love Spike as well. Of course, obviously Ash. Wouldn't you know, the Dirty Gemmer likes 2 legendary brawlers. Go figure, right? So anyway, I'm gonna rush out in the beginning of this match. I'm gonna kind of give a play-by-play. Of course, I pre-recorded this because I find it so much easier to talk over matches I've already recorded for strategic purposes. If I'm just having fun, of course, I'm gonna bring some Let's Play type videos to you guys as well, and you get to hear me and my clanmates communicate on Discord. So here you can see I'm trying to keep a relatively safe distance. Crow is not a melee brawler. That means you don't want to get in close contact with pretty much any other brawler. He's going to lose in a 1v1 situation more often than not, so you want to make sure you keep a safe distance with your Crow. And if things get too hairy, if people get too close to you like they are right now, go ahead and use your super ability. Now, the super ability on Crow is interesting, right? Because it's oftentimes you're going to charge up your super and you're not going to use it right away. You're going to save it, unlike almost every other brawler where the idea is to use your super so you can recharge another one. Crow's a little bit different. Crow, you want to make sure you're using it in the right situation. You can be a little bit more aggressive when you have your super ability. You can see right now, sometimes with Crow, I'll try to collect all the crystals and be the main crystal holder for the team because, again, he's really good at evading. And other times, I won't collect any crystals. I won't be the main crystal holder for the team. Instead, I'll just concentrate on trying to put out as much DPS as possible with my dot ability. When you're going against 3 other brawlers, you can actually put out a decent amount of damage with Crow because he has those 3 projectiles, and there's 3 opponents, and you have the damage over time. Trust me, guys, it all adds up with Crow. So here you go. You can see here, guys, I made contact with all 3 projectiles against that enemy brawler. Took him down. We now have 10 crystals. I'm feeling pretty good about this match. I saw that Shelly hiding in the grass, I believe. Are we playing 3 Shellys? Oh my god. I think we're playing 3 Shellys, guys. I'm sure this has happened to you. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Going up against 3 or 2 of the same. We are. This is insane. I mean, like, believe it or not, you would think they'd be at a disadvantage, but when you have 3 brawlers with the same skill set, especially as powerful and OP as Shelly is, it can really work to your advantage. I find it really annoying sometimes to go against 3 of the same brawler, like 3 Primos, not as difficult as 3 Shellys, but 3 Shellys or 2 Mortises, they can be a real pain in the you-know-what going against them. So let's do one more match here. First, I'm gonna, oh my god, I forgot about this. Someone accidentally lowered the cup, so we got bombarded here with a request in our band right now. I think that, you know, it's still beta right now, by the way, guys. I know, the customary, I don't know when it's coming out to Android, hashtag Android. I know you guys love and want it to come out in Android. I do too, so more of you guys can actually watch my videos and benefit from them. But hopefully around the corner, you know, hopefully it's already been out for like 3 weeks now, or 4 weeks, I guess, almost a month. So it's been a while, so it should be hopefully around the corner, guys. You know, every single day in the NDA chat, we ask, you know, Arli, any word on when it's going to come out? And so far, no word, but hopefully soon. You know, I really do hope that it's really soon. So we're going to get into the next match here. This will be the last match of this video. I'm going to keep these videos a little bit shorter because I like to kind of put out more videos and focus on different brawlers rather than having like an hour-long or a 45-minute-long video, kind of like I do in Clash Royale sometimes, really getting into the nitty-gritty. However, I will have some other top players in the game come on the channel and talk about strategy, and those videos will be a little bit of a longer length. But it's when it's kind of a review of high-level gameplay with a certain brawler, I'm going to keep them around 10-15 minutes or so. I think that's a pretty fair length. So that you can see there, I use a super ability, kind of a ballsy move there by Crow. He jumps right into the center of the map, and he was able to get I talk about him in the third person, I was able to get a crystal there. So going against a Mortis can be difficult, even with a Crow especially. Sure, I can outrun him, but not if he has his ammo available, aka his slash move. So we want to be very, very careful. So again, I know I'm going against Mortis here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to act as our crystal carrier in this match, because I'm the only one on our team that has the speed to go head-to-head with Mortis. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to be afraid to charge up my super and die like I did right there. Oops. I'm not going to be afraid to charge up my super and get in there and try to jump out if I can. I just want to make sure that I frustrate their Mortis as much as possible. So here you can see, guys, I am very low on health, but I am charging into the enemy. That's because we are kind of on the retreat at this point, but we do have the crystal advantage. I want to make sure I distract and do everything I can to prevent the enemy brawlers from hitting my teammates when I'm not carrying crystals. That's very important to do no matter what brawler you are. You don't want to just stay there and guard your brawler mates. You want to make sure you're kind of aggressive and you're acting as a roadblock in between you and the enemy brawlers. So guys, that's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed this high-level Crow gameplay. Hopefully I'll be #1 in the world with Crow someday soon. Right now I'm around 20, I think I'm 21st global, so I'm still hammering away, trying to do my best to stay at the top of the leaderboards. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to my YouTube partner, Bren Chong. So look at his information in the description below. Guys, thank you. As always, take care, guys.